Chase Elliott will look back on the 2022 Cup Series season with mixed emotions. He'll remember it fondly for the races won, 5 of them in the first 31 races, but he'll also undoubtedly think of all the missed opportunities and what might have been. Last Sunday at Talladega, the 26-year-old showed why he's won so many races in his young career when he pulled off a masterful move with surgery-like precision late in the race. Got some help from Eric Jones, then held off his friend Ryan Blaney for the win. A week later at the Charlotte Roval, in the round of 12 playoff elimination race, Elliott came in as one of the favorites because of his past success on circuits that include right turns. Elliott led a race-high 31 laps, and they came in what was reportedly the longest ever green flag run on the Roval at 47 laps. That history-setting run under green bizarrely came to an end with 6 laps to go and the number 9 car with a 4-second lead, when of all things, a sign made its way onto the track. When the race restarted, Elliott got a good jump on AJ Allmendinger driving into the first turn, but the Kaulig Racing driver battled back, got even, and then ran the number 9 out wide coming out of turn 3. Kevin Harvick gave Allmendinger a dose of his own medicine on the next turn, running him out wide as well, and passed him for the lead. A couple of turns later, Tyler Reddick dive-bombed Elliott and sent the HMS car out for a spin through the grass. That was just the beginning of the chaos that included a red flag delay because a large piece of the curb had broken off and sat in the middle of the track. A sign and a curb. When the race restarted, Elliott was caught up in carnage on Heartburn Turn. In a matter of laps, the 2020 champ had gone from thinking he could potentially win the race to being nowhere near contention. When the madness ended, Elliott finished 20th. Moments after the race on pit road with media members milling about, Elliott was having a conversation with teammate William Byron when an NBC cameraman approached from behind. He focused on the two drivers for a couple of seconds before Elliott noticed him out of the corner of his eye, turned, put his hand on the camera, and pushed it away. Elliott wasn't done. When the cameraman backed up a step and stopped with the lens still focused on the drivers, Elliott took not one, but a couple of steps toward the cameraman, each time motioning for him to go away. Unfortunately for Elliott, it was embarrassingly similar to what happened just a week earlier at Talladega in the Xfinity Series race with Ty Gibbs. During the pre-race show, the youngster was visiting with several individuals, including his grandfather Joe. When the broadcast began talking about Gibbs' limited experience on superspeedways, the camera angle showed the driver and the race team namesake standing to the right. As the camera focused on the driver, he looked directly at it for a second, then looked away before reaching down, his hand blocking the lens and pushing the camera down toward the ground. He briefly pulled away before leaning down for a second time and pushing the camera again. After he lifted his hand, he turned and abruptly walked away. Elliott was understandably unhappy after his disappointing finish at the Roval when he shooed the camera away. Moments later, when he visited with SiriusXM NASCAR Radio's Claire B. Lang, he revealed his level of frustration with several salty answers.
I had a good launch, and then I got through one okay. Felt like I gave him room, through 1 and 2. I don't know if he just overdrove 3 or got loose or whatever, but nonetheless ended up, up the track, and then had me in a really tough spot there through 3. And then obviously I don't know who ran me over through the other turns. So didn't work out.
What was the racing like out there?
Really difficult to pass, standard. With what we've seen with this car all year, and just going to get worse.
Elliott has joined numerous other drivers in recent weeks and been vocal about the safety of the next-gen car. On Sunday, after a race that lacked much action until a sign and a curb brought out cautions, the number 9 driver didn't hold back in sharing his attitude on the car and its overall performance. What will be interesting to watch is to see if that negative outlook changes if Elliott manages to hoist the trophy in Phoenix.